Hello everyone. As you know that we are learning grammar, we are using a book and we have already completed unit 1. Okay, let me show you this. See, unit 1 is already done and now we are going to start unit 2. In unit 2 we have to learn about present simple. In unit 1 it was present continuous. Okay, generally we start with present indefinite, then we go for present continuous, but in this book, as you saw, in unit 1 present continuous was there, in unit 2 present simple, it means present indefinite is there. Okay, let's get started everyone. See guys, present simple, it means I do means whatever you do, you can, it's your routine activities, you have to use present indefinite. So here you can see it is written like Alex is a bus driver, means there is a driver whose name is Alex, but now he is in bed asleep. You can see this guy, the name of this guy is Alex, okay, and this guy is a bus driver. This guy is in bed, he is sleeping. He is not driving a bus. Though he is a bus driver, yet he is not driving a bus. He is asleep. It means he is sleeping. But he drives a bus. He is a bus driver. It shows that if right now I am doing anything, suppose I am playing cricket or I am doing anything else, but whatever I do in my life, if I have to speak about those activities, I must use present simple. It means present indefinite. I can say that I teach. Okay, if I make videos, I can say I make videos. No matter what I am doing right now, if I am doing something right now, this is present continuous. But if I have to speak about those actions which I always do, or if I do daily, monthly, weekly, that is present indefinite. You cannot use ing with that. This is what has been taught in this chapter. So he drives a bus, he is a bus driver. Okay, now you see here it is written drive, and here you can see S, means drive can be changed into drives, work can become works, do can become does, etc. is the present simple. This is present simple. Now it is written like if you talk about I, we, you, they, you don't have to use any S or ES, like I drive, you drive, we work, you work, they do, I do, etc. But if you talk about in the third person singular, such as he, she, it, then you have to use either S or ES with the verb, like drives, he drives, she drives, he works, she works, it does, he does, she does, etc. Got it? This much is okay. Now look at here. We use the present simple to talk about things in general. We use it to say that something happens all the time or repeatedly, or the something is true in general. In general means whatever happens all the time. If you get up every day around 6 o'clock in the morning, so definitely it has become your daily routine. So you have to speak using present indefinite. Let me teach you by this way. Wait a minute. Let me write something. See, present indefinite, or you can call it simple present. The thing is that if you do something daily, okay, if you do something daily, this is your daily routine. So if something has become your daily routine and you have to speak about your daily routine, you are bound to use present simple. It means present indefinite. If you get up, you can say I get up at suppose at 6 a.m. okay, you cannot say I am getting up. If you say like this, I am getting up, this is wrong. This is wrong. You can't say this. So whatever happens on a regular basis, you repeat those activities every day, again and again, that is present indefinite. Suppose every Sunday you go to park. So if you do something daily, that is your daily routine. If you do something, every week, suppose you do something every week, so it becomes your weekly routine. Okay, whenever like it is Sunday or Saturday, you do those activities. Suppose you say I go to park on Sunday. If you go to park on Sunday, so whenever it is Sunday you go to park. So going to park always repeats whenever it is Sunday. So whatever activities you perform on a daily basis, it could be daily, it could be weekly, monthly, yearly, you perform those activities, you repeat those activities again and again, you have to speak using present indefinite. Got it? So this is, and if you talk about SES, so let me tell you, if the subjects are I, we, you, they, plural, then for positive sentence your structure would be subject plus verb first form plus object. You cannot put any S or ES with these subjects. Okay, if you have to speak about yourself, you can say I go to market daily. This is your daily routine. If I say we means I am here along with somebody else. We means plural. I can say we go to market daily. If I have to say you, then you go to market daily. I am not putting any S or ES with these subjects. If I say they go to market daily. And if I have to take so many names, like if I say Ram and Sohan, okay, Ram and Sohan go to market daily. Got it? No SES. When do you use S or ES with the verb? Let me tell you. Whenever you talk about any third person singular, not third person plural, okay? See, I am talking to you. I am first person, okay? You are second person. Now we both are having a conversation and we are talking about someone else. I am talking to you about a girl, and that girl is one girl. So that girl is third person singular. I am first person, you're second person, that girl is third person singular. So whenever you talk about any third person singular, okay, he, she, it, if you can also say like my son, my daughter, like this, you know, your son, your daughter, you know, his wife, her husband, okay, you can say their son, their daughter. So whatever, I mean, you are talking about whoever you are talking about, the person should be single. If you're talking about their son, so their means what? Like you are indicating towards parents, but their son, but you are talking about their one child, and that is third person singular. Okay, so by this way you can use any subject. Okay, if the subject belongs to you, you can say my father, my mother. If that subject belongs to the person who is in front of me, I can say your father, your mother. If the person belongs to someone else's, suppose there is a girl, and if I have to talk about that girl's father, then definitely I'll say her father, her mother, like this. So when you talk about these subjects, then the structure is subject plus verb plus, as per the spelling, that end of the spelling you have to put either S or ES, and then object. Okay, if I say that he, then I will say goes. He goes to market. I cannot say he go to market. If by mistake you say he go to market, if you say, of course this sentence is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, so whenever you speak in English or you write something, you have to think about it, that if you are talking about any third person singular about the daily routine, then definitely S or ES is required. Okay, like she comes here every Sunday. So comes, you cannot say come, you cannot say she come here, you can't say she come here. Got it? Fair enough. Now some people have a question that how we will judge whether S or ES will be there with the verb. So if you can see O at the end of the verb, then of course you have to use ES. For an example, if the word is go, you can see O, so you can put ES. So go becomes goes, like this. By this way, it could be O, it could be SS, it could be SH, Z, CH, X, etc. How? Let's take a look. So go becomes goes because we can see O at the end of the verb. If I say press, we can see double S, so we can change it into presses, like this, we have to use es. See, we are using es. We are using es. Here also we are using es. And now if we see sh, suppose I say a word wash, so you can see sh. Okay, so just seeing sh, you have to figure out that you have to use es with it, like wash and put es, washes, it becomes washes. Got it? Z, is there any word using z? Anything? Z? I don't remember any word using at the end which can end with z. I don't remember. Anyways, let's talk about x. Vex. Vex. Vex means to tease someone. You can say vexes. Vexes, like this. Okay, fine, fair enough, guys. And with z, is there any word which ends with z? I don't know, it's not springing to my mind. So now let's read that book, guys. See, so here you can see nurses look after patients in hospital. So why we are not saying nurses are looking after patients? We are not saying, because this is the routine activities of nurses. They have to perform these activities every day. So nurses look after patients. Simple, means if you do something all the time, you repeat it, then present simple is required. I usually go away at weekends. It means you rarely go, sometimes you go. So you can use present simple. The earth goes round the sun. This is the general truth. If something is true in general, you have to use present indefinite. So the earth goes round the sun. That's a real fact. So present indefinite. You cannot say that the earth is going round the sun. You cannot say is going round. You have to say goes round. The cafe opens at 7:30 in the morning. It's a routine. It happens. Every day it opens at 7:30. So it's routine. You cannot say that cafe is opening. So you have to understand the difference between present continuous and present indefinite. So if something happens, you know, as a routine all the time, it happens again and again, it happens, it has become the habit, the regular routine, present simple is required. Or something is fact. If sun rises in the east, means okay, it's a fact. So you have to use present indefinite. Okay. We say I work, but we say he works. I have already taught you he works, because third person singular you have to put either s or es. We say you go, but we say it goes. We say they teach, but we say my sister teaches. I have, but he has. So whenever you talk about any third person singular, you have to put s or esc. S or es. Now we use do, does to make questions and negative sentences. So if you talk about negative and questions, you have to use do. Whenever you talk about I, we, you, they, you have to use a helping verb which is do in order to form a question. Like do I work, do we work, do you work, do they work, like this. If you talk about he, she, it, so you have to use does to form a question, like does he do, does she do, does it do, like this. If you talk about negative sentence, so with I, we, you, they, plural, you have to use don't, like I don't work, we don't work, you don't work, they don't work. With he, she, it, you have to use doesn't, and doesn't, then no ses, like he doesn't do, she doesn't do, it doesn't do, like this. Got it? So let me teach you by writing. See, so whenever you talk about negative, let's talk about negative sentences. So if your subjects are I, we, you, they, and plural, then your structure will be subject plus, you have to use do plus not. Okay, so when you make do not short, then it becomes don't. The contraction is don't. Okay, so either say do not or say don't. So subject plus don't plus verb first form plus object. So you can say like I don't eat mangoes. I don't eat mangoes. Okay, you don't like me, like this. We don't use this pen. They don't come here daily. They don't come here daily, like this. If you talk about plural, you can say those boys don't talk to me. So you are using don't with I, we, you, they, plural. But if you talk about any third person singular, suppose I'm talking to you, I'm first person, you are second person, and I'm talking about any third person singular, then definitely for negative I have to use doesn't. So if the third person singular, if the subjects are he, she, it, or any third person singular, it could be my son, my daughter, my wife, your son, your daughter, your wife, anything, you have to use subject plus does not. If you contract does not, it becomes doesn't, and after that verb first form, no ses, first form, then object. So if I say he doesn't go, I cannot say he don't go. This is wrong English. He doesn't go, and I can't say he doesn't goes. When you say doesn't, then you are not supposed to put s or es with the verb. So he doesn't go. She doesn't come here. She doesn't come here. Okay. My brother doesn't abuse me. Okay. Or you can say that girl doesn't love me. Got it? And if you talk about interrogative, when you are forming a question, okay, I am talking to you and I have to ask you a lot of questions about your daily routine. So if the subjects are I, we, you, they, and plural, then the question must be formed using do. You have to use do. Why do? Because you are asking yes no questions. Whenever you want to ask about yes no questions, yes no question means what? You want to know whether the subject does this kind of thing or not. I am talking to you. I am first person, you are second person. I don't know whether you go to market or not. I don't know whether you drink milk or not. If I want to know about your routine activities, whether the drinking milk is part of your routine or not, in order to know this, I must form a question using do. So that's why we have to use do. Do plus all those above mentioned subjects, I, we, you, they, plural. Any one of these subjects could be here, plus verb first form plus object, and then the question mark. So if I have to ask you question about your drinking milk, then I have to ask, hey, do you drink milk? Hey, do you drink milk daily? So when you hear this question, you have only two options, either yes or no. If you really drink, then you have to say yes, I drink milk daily. If you don't, then you have to say no, I don't drink milk daily. Got it? And if it is third person singular, if we have to ask a question about a third person, I am talking to you, I am first person, you are second person. But right now, like before this, I was asking a question about you. Okay, but right now I'm asking you the question, but the question is not about you, the question is about any third person singular. So whenever I talk about any third person singular, and if I want to know yes no question, okay, about any third person singular, then definitely what I am going to do, my question must start using does. Does plus any he, she, third person singular, subject, plus verb first form plus object. So the question is, if I ask if I ask you a question about your father, okay, and I want to know yes or no, I don't know whether your father take tea or not. I have no idea about it. Now who will inform me? Who will give me the details about your father? Of course I have to ask you, because I know you. So if I want to know yes or no whether he takes tea or not, so my question must start using does. So I have to ask, hey, does your father take tea? Does your father take tea? Now you have only two options. Either you can say yes. If you say yes, then you have to say yes, he takes tea. Yes, he takes tea. If he doesn't, you can say no, he doesn't take tea. Like this. Got it? And if you have a lot of WH questions, WH words, then definitely you can use WH words like, hey, why do you go to market? Why do you go to market? So if you have any WH word, you have to put WH word before helping verbs. If I ask a question about third person, why does he take tea? Like this. Got it? Now let's go back. Fair enough. So yeah, we were talking about this. Here see, I come from Canada. Where do you come from? So here you can see that do has been used here. Okay, you can't say where are you coming from, you have to say where do you come from. I don't go away very often. I don't go away very often. Here don't has been used with I. What does this word mean? So does has been used. What means this word? You cannot say like this. You have to use does. Hey, what does it mean? You can't say what it means. What does it mean is the correct. Rice doesn't grow in cold climates. So rice is the third person singular. You have to use doesn't. Okay. In the following examples, do is also the main verb. Do you do? Doesn't do. It is like what do you do? So here do is helping verb and here do is main verb. I work in a shop. Okay, it's present indefinite. Somebody is talking about his activities, whatever he does. He is always so lazy, so he doesn't do anything to help. Since the person is lazy, he doesn't do anything to help. Means he doesn't do anything in order to help someone. Now we use present simple to say how often we do things. So if you want to say how often you do things, maybe every morning or all the time, you can use present simple. If you're saying I get up at 8 o'clock every morning, it means you're saying to your viewers or to the people who are listening to you that yes, this is the time when you get up. Okay, so whatever you do, you have, I mean, it's your routine activities. You have to use present indefinite. I have already taught you. How often do you go to the dentist? If somebody is asking you a question, if somebody is asking a question about how often, then definitely present simple is going to be used, because I want to know how often you do some activities. In order to know this, present simple is required. I cannot say how often are you going to dentist. I can't say like this. I must use present simple. Julie doesn't drink tea very often. If I have to give you this information, the information about Julie, whether she takes tea very often or not, so whether she takes or she doesn't take, in both the cases I have to use present simple. Okay. Robert usually goes away 2 or 3 times a year. So if somebody goes somewhere maybe once a year, twice a year, so this information must be given using present simple. Got it? Now a little more. After that we will do the quiz. Here we go. See, there are some words like I promise, I apologize, I suggest. So you can use these words also with present simple. How? Sometimes we do things by saying something. We do things by saying something. For example, when you promise to do something, when you promise to do something, you can say I promise. Right now, suppose I am going to promise to do something. So I can use this word. Hey, I promise that I will help you. I promise that I will help you. So I cannot say I am promising. I can say I promise. If I am going to suggest you something, I have to say, hey, I suggest you that you should do this. I can't say I'm suggesting you. So in this scenario, I think present simple is very much required, and I can't say I think. Here the book is also saying you can use it, but since I am a spoken teacher, I know that some people say I am suggesting. Some people say this also. In spoken English it is allowed, but if you are writing something, or if you really want to use pure grammar, then you have to use I suggest, I promise. You can't say I am promising, you know. So I promise I won't be late. Don't say I am promising, it will be wrong. So don't say this. So whenever you have to say to somebody else that, hey, I promise that I will help you. So I promise means I promise. He promises. Don't say he is promising or I am promising. What do you suggest what do you suggest I do? I suggest that you should go to gym, you know. So in the same way we say I apologize, I advise, I insist, I agree, I refuse, like this. You can't say I am refusing, you can't say I am agreeing, you can't say I am insisting, you say I insist. Got it? So now we have to do some exercises, so let's get started. Fine guys. So 2.1, complete the sentences using the following verbs. As you can see here guys, there is a verb cause. Cause, as per the requirement, you can also make it causes. There is a verb close, it can be turned into closes. Connect can become connects, go can become goes, live can become lives, speak can become speaks, and take can become takes. So now one example is already done. Here a sentence is written, Tanya dash German very well. So out of these words you have to pick a word which you think is suitable. So here in number 1, speaks is suitable, so we have used speaks. Why s? Because Tanya is third person, so with third person singular definitely we have to put either s or es. So Tanya speaks German very well. One is done. Now we have to complete the remaining one. So Ben and Jack, there are two people, Ben and Jack dash to the same school. Dash to the same school, what? Causes to the school? No. Closes to the school? No. Connects to the school? No. Go to the school? Live to the school? Speak, take? No. Go to the school. So we have to use go or goes. You have to decide this. So we are not talking about only one person. If we talk about only Ben, then of course we will put goes. But if we talk about Ben and Jack, if two people are there, then you are not supposed to put s or es. You have to put go. So here we have to use go. Ben and Jack go to the same school. Done. Now third, bad driving dash many accidents. So bad driving, if you are driving rashly, it dash many accidents. It closes, connects, goes, lives, speaks, takes, causes. So bad driving causes many accidents. So cause or causes? We are talking about bad driving. Bad driving means we are talking about any third person. It could be anything, it could be any person. So third person singular always takes s or es with it. So bad driving causes, we have to use causes. Okay, C A, very tough to write, U S E and one more S. Causes, bad driving causes many accidents. Now number 4th, the museum dash at 4 o'clock on Sunday. The museum, what? Museum close, open, there is no open, so close. So we can use close or closes. Think about it. The museum closes. Closes. Why closes? Because museum is third person singular, so we have to use either s or es, so closes. Got it? Number 5th, my parents dash in very small flat. My parents live. So live or lives? What do you think? My parents lives or live? We are talking about parents. Parents means mom and dad. They are two people. So of course we will not use s. So we have to use live only. My parents live in a very small flat. The Olympic Games dash place every 4 years. Takes place or take place? The Olympic Games. Okay. So here you can see games. It means it is talking about so many games. So we cannot say takes. We have to say take only. The Olympic Games take place. Take place. Okay. The Panama Canal dash the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The Panama Canal connect or connects? We are talking about only one canal, so we have to use S, means connects. Connects. Okay. So now guys, I must give you the homework. you can do it by yourself. So let me make it small so that you can take a screenshot. Okay, here we go. Take the screenshot of this 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, and now last is 2.5. okay, and if you want you can also take the screenshot of this 2.1 also. Let me make it big, 2.1 also, or you can take the screenshot like this. Okay guys, I believe you must have taken the screenshot. Once again I'm going to show you. If you want to do this exercise by your own, please do it. Look at here, take the screenshot the way you want. Wait a minute, like this, like this. Fine guys, so thank you very much everybody. So I have to finish this book so that you can understand basic and advanced English. So see you in another episode. Thank you guys, stay connected. Thank you.